There you go.
Go. Huh? Back in the middle.
It's gone.
Nah, for real. We rolling. We good, Robin?
We live.
We live.
We got a guest today. Psych.
Special guest in the building, man.
Special.
Lil Robin in the building.
Lil Robleezy.
You know what I'm saying? Behind the
AKA
camera.
forehead.
Behind the camera.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't see her.
I can't see it.
Hop in the camera, Robin. Show your face real time. Side view or something. Never mind, she comfortable. Okay, she hopping in. Y'all say hey to Robin, man. This ninja. Alright, man. To each his own, man.
To each his own podcast. We back again. Episode
The MF and Podcast, episode
what?
5.
Episode 5.
Ooh, what's that? Oh,
That's a good number.
Five.
We saw 555 today.
you know what time it is. You know,
So I think that's a good thing.
and you know the vibes.
I rarely see 555. I always see 1111.
Is that right?
That's probably because she be texting me that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but
I've been saying 1, 3, 2 a lot lately. I don't know why.
1, 3, 2.
Not 1, 2, 3, but 1, 3, 2. I think that means my last two numbers is jumbled or something. I gotta fix that.
Maybe so. But yeah,
You know
we
what that
back
you
again.
know what that 5 life though, Belt. I mean, you know what
No,
that 5
I don't.
life
What it
belt,
is?
though.
Cause I was. What is that?
You know what that 5 life belt.
15.
You know what is belt. That
What?
too. Yeah, straight up.
What's the 5 about?
That nigga, I am D on 1-5. And I am the 1-5. This nigga so
Shit, I
lost.
don't fucking know. I'm
This
lost.
nigga face fit.
I'm lost. I can't even count.
I mean, 5 is just the number of transformation. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's what it is.
it's
Okay,
kinda like
okay,
that.
that's what it is.
it's kind of like that mid number. You know what I'm saying? Transitioning from the first 4 numbers into the last 4 numbers.
First 4 numbers. So that's
1, 2, 3,
Oh,
4.
okay,
Then
yeah.
you got 5. Then 6, 7, 8, 9.
19.
It's that gateway. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? It's kind of
In
in between.
between.
Which that's what I am. I'm kind of like the gateway between worlds.
Hold on. You gotta clarify that.
How so?
In between what?
Shit, I'm the gateway in between worlds. In
What
between
worlds?
people.
Oh, in between. Like, explain it.
Man, the earth realm and the spiritual realm.
Okay, exactly.
I'm the messenger. I'm the
The
gateway.
physical and the spiritual.
I'm like, yeah,
You feel like you're the messenger,
yeah.
Messiah. That's
And I got
that's
a lot of
Jesus was.
I got a lot of Mercury energy in my chart, in my birth chart. You know, Mercury was the messenger of the gods. You know what I'm saying? He was the messenger.
Who was Jupiter?
That was the king of the gods.
Sheesh.
God of the
What
sky.
about Mars?
Zeus.
The devil.
Mars was like the god of war
Did they base
in
that?
sports.
That's dope. Do you think they based that off of just the physical components and elements that involve on the planets, or
I believe so.
because when you say just the game, you say like Mars, you say that's the game of war. I just think about how the elements of Mars is and the way they depict it. It's like this fiery
Yeah.
type of planet
All right.
compared to like a Saturn or Jupiter or something like that. So that would make sense why they was like more so war
Yeah, exactly.
and all that, or whatever it is.
And I believe, to my knowledge, I believe they based it off of like what was going on Earth at the time. Like these planets were roaming the sky, because I believe like the planets were closer to Earth a long time ago than they were now.
And they just so
And
do,
then,
do they
like-
go farther back, or does it depend?
Yeah, like some shit happened in like the cosmos to where they was like,
Get the fuck away from Earth.
I mean, shit
Earth
started
the
happening.
motherfucking
Like
problem.
they started going to war. Like they started clashing and shit. All kind of shit started happening. Like you hear about like when people
How
talk,
the planets clash into each other and
clash of
stuff
the
like
Titans
that.
and shit.
Yeah.
Like that's what that was about. Like thousands of years ago, like these planets was closer to Earth than, you know what I'm saying, like Venus, Mars, you know what I'm saying, Saturn. Like they was
Because
closer.
Earth will fuck shit up, nigga. Y'all better get the fuck back.
Hell, nah, it ain't got nothing to do. Oh nah, actually, you're right.
That's what I'm saying. They realize, bro, get
Because
the fuck away from them, bro.
if you look in the Sumerian epic, they talk about Tiamat being the Mother Earth. It was it's depicted as, okay, you had these planets who were like in her realm, in her atmosphere, and like they kind of just started disrupting. But that's the thing, it wasn't Earth, bro. It was more so them. They started disrupting
They was fucking with Earth.
disrupting the peace, right? And she just lashed out. You know
So
what I'm
Earth
saying?
is the one that lashed out.
Yeah.
So that's why shit is crazy here.
Like or they depict in the Sumerian epic, and what they call the Epic of Gilgamesh, I believe they depict Tiamat is like a water dragon, and she bore children to do her business. It was like 9 children, I think.
Yeah.
That went to war for her and shit. And it was like a whole war going on in the cosmos.
Mm-hmm.
And like, yeah, so shit. But yeah, the planets was like close to the Earth at one time, bro. And then like shit started getting, you know what I'm saying? It was friendly back then, you know what I'm saying? It was all
Shit was sweet.
and where I was going with that is I believe they got these characteristics based off of what they saw going on and the energies that they saw what would you say, the energies that they saw
That
these
each
planets
planet possessed.
yeah,
basically.
kind of the energies that they got from them. I believe
Mhm.
like Venus was the what they call the morning star. That was the star that rise, but I mean that's the star that rise before the sun. Now they call that the morning star. It's the sun in the morning. It's the first star. You know what I'm saying? That rise, but
Mhm.
above the I mean yeah, above the horizon before the sun.
Mhm.
But like I said at that time, it looked like they look different. Like they didn't look different, but like I said, it was closer and they did certain movements and shit.
Mhm.
So they would leave like certain like say like I was going with Venus is like she was I say she because it's a female type of planet.
Mhm.
It's that feminine energy, but it was like it left like a certain light based off of its positioning and the way that I guess the way that it reflected and congruence to like the other planets. I don't know if that's a word or not, but I just used that congruence. I really meant alignment. In alignment to the rest of the planets, it left like a certain glow, a certain light or something, so where it looked like a seashell.
Mhm.
And that's where they got the whole, you know what I'm saying, Venus. You ever seen that painting, that Roman painting of Venus in the seashell?
I believe so. Yeah.
Where she she coming out the seashell.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's where that
So
came
which
from.
out of
Yeah,
all
like,
the out of all the, it's actually weird though because it's way more planets than the ones we actually talk about, but for some reason we just only highlight the ones that I guess are within
In
our solar system, which
yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
yeah.
But out of all those planets, which one is from that scenario and that story that you tell me? Which one is like the more dominant one, or all the
See, they
or
take-
are
they
all
don't-
of them equal in a certain
See,
way?
they done took their turns. See, before Jupiter, like when
It
you was
depends
asking
on the
about Jupiter.
seasons and stuff.
Nah, I mean, well, like I guess like the years that
Mhm.
came over because if you I really want you to look at read the Epic of Gilgamesh. Take a look at the Epic of Gilgamesh to talk about all that shit.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? How the planets were once aligned and all this type of shit.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? What took place in the cosmos, you know what I'm saying, thousands of years ago. You know what I'm saying? Based off of the Babylonian text, the Akkadian text, the Sumerian text. But at the time, to my knowledge, bro, like I say, I believe from what I've looked off into, like I say, Saturn, which was the kind of the main planet. Saturn, like okay, take Greek mythology into account.
Yeah.
Zeus, I mean, Cronus was the father of Zeus, right? Cronus being Saturn in Roman mythology, and Zeus is Jupiter in Roman mythology.
Mm-hmm.
So you can say Saturn is the father of Jupiter, which Cronus is the father of Zeus.
Zeus.
So
Saturn. Cronus is the father.
Cronus
of,
is the father of Zeus. Saturn is the father of Jupiter.
Okay.
Type shit. Put it like that. So the way they explain it is like Saturn was what a lot of people believe. Saturn was like Put it like this. Saturn was our first sun. Cause you remember when we was just talking about this, how planets are like they kind of like stars.
Yeah, that's what.
Like,
Yeah.
like if y'all look off into the sky, like
Mhm.
you look at the planets, you couldn't even really distinguish them from the stars. They glow just like the rest of them.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
They got this certain type of light.
It's like the exact same
You know what I'm
from the
saying?
human eye. It is.
So you gotta take into account like they don't be nothing but, especially like planets like that. Like Saturn is like a gas giant, so it's it's just composed of a bunch of gas.
It's just a big ass. That's what I.
Yeah.
That's what I was asking. Cause the sun is basically like that though.
Yeah,
It's just a big ass gas
it's like gas plasma.
ball.
Yeah, right.
And that's weird as fuck though. But
That's
it's like a specific amount of gas that just combined in one specific
right,
area.
Exactly.
That's weird as fuck.
Yeah.
And it just stays within that area and stays together.
Yeah. See,
And it doesn't ever break off or like the energy like.
yeah, because you got
creates other type
you gotta
of-
think you got solar flares. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
All
they do.
that type
Like the shit that shoot out from the
Mhm.
that shit fucks like when they have solar flares on the sun, that causes effects on Earth.
Yeah, it can.
Like I forgot,
A lot
I
of
don't know, like it'll like literally fuck up our electricity or some shit.
yeah,
I think.
it'll do certain shit like
Like
that.
I forgot what it's called, but it's certain times when it hits like really big,
Yeah.
and then like certain areas of the earth or shit, really all of it, possibly, if it's like one that's big enough, it'll literally affect everything that's going on down here.
Yeah.
That's
And it
crazy
might not
as
even
fuck.
be
And
that
you can't
close,
even
but-
control it.
And it might not even be that close, but you know what I'm saying? It's so strong. Which that's another
That's
kind. That's
insane,
another.
bro.
That's another theory too. Like people don't believe like the sun might be as far as you know what I'm saying. They think it is. It's like
I told you.
that
Remember I asked you that when we was outside one day. I was like, bro, it's too fucking hot outside right now, bro.
Yeah,
I asked Dr. We was working somewhere. I was like, Dr. How far is the sun away? He was like, shit, I don't know. They say it's like millions of miles of sun away. And I say, bro, that's some bullshit. This shit gotta be closer than what we think. Because if the sun is
straight
really
up.
millions of miles away, that's a strong motherfucker, bro.
Aye.
Because I feel every
Straight
motherfucking heat wave, everything of that shit.
Yeah.
Plus humidity on top of that. And
That's
especially this summer, this shit is beaming on niggas.
that's what flat earthers be trying to argue, bro. It's like
Damn flat earthers sometimes.
they try to say like the sun ain't, you know what I'm saying, it ain't as far as people believe it to be. It's like right in the atmosphere type shit. They think behind it is like when you look at the sun, you know how
If it was
sun,
really
you know
in
how
the-
the sun rays will like come through the clouds or like
Yeah.
shine through the clouds in a way.
Yes.
It's like that shit'll look as if it's like right behind them hoes instead of something like that, which makes sense, bro, because it's like damn, yeah, that's the only thing, and that's the only thing that I can agree with as far as you know what I'm saying. As far as that being the case, because I be looking at that shit my damn self trying to figure that shit out.
I seen the moon.
How that
once.
work?
I seen the moon one time. It was a big ass moon. That shit was huge as fuck.
Yeah.
I looked in the sky. I was driving. I say, I don't think that shit that's as far as they say it is. I feel like that shit up the street. That shit look like if you got you a good ass rocket, bro, you can just fly up there real quick and come
But
right
I
back.
ain't, but I ain't gonna lie, to an extent, like I guess my explanation
And
on the
I was
other
just talking,
end,
but it seemed like it.
my explanation on the other end would be like, I mean, it might be like the image that we actually receive and that we actually see. That might not be the actual sun.
Actual sun, it's just like
That's
a glow
just
of
the
it.
projection.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
what you will take, because you gotta take into account like refraction. Like you know how in refraction, like an object might like bend in a certain way, or it might appear like different. You know what I'm saying? Different. The light, basically the light rays is traveling at a different speed
Yeah.
through a different medium, which would be like water and you know what I'm saying, shit like that. So it's like by the time it's traveling through space, you know what I'm saying, the actual image of the
Okay,
sun.
I think I got a good description.
It
of
might, you know what I'm saying, it might seem like it's right there. Type
Imagine
shit.
like a big ass light flashlight,
Yeah.
and the sun is the flashlight. That actual
Right,
place of
yeah,
where the
yeah,
sun
yeah,
is
yeah.
is the flashlight.
Uh-huh.
But we're only seeing, since we so damn far away, we only seeing the very end
Right.
of the light that's
Yeah.
coming from the flashlight.
See, but that's what they try to say the moon is. The moon is like a reflection of the sun. But my theory on that,
So they try to say that the moon is not actually the moon; it's just the sun.
yeah, but people been saying that though.
Yeah,
Wait. Nah.
they try to
that's
say
not-
that the moon
okay,
get its light from the sun.
it reflects light off the sun. That's what they say.
That's the only reason why the moon glows. That the light from the sun reflects on the moon, right?
Yeah. I mean,
So-
see, they saying that the moon is a big ass rock basically, and it's reflecting.
It's just a dark ass big. It's just a dark ass.
Get shit out of here.
It's just a big dark ass rock with no light involved in it or anything.
Right. And they saying that it reflects basically the sun shines light onto the moon, and that's where we see it. But I feel like the moon might actually be light from the sun, a projection of that light. That's what I
So
think.
you think that the moon is not actually a physical thing?
I don't think so.
But you can see like fucking like from like the naked eye, it look like
Because-
craters and shit sometimes. Unless
Exactly.
that's just in my head that it look like a crater.
It might
But
be.
you can look at it when it's huge. You can see like different imprints of it.
That's-
It's not just a light.
Exactly. It's the in between what you're looking at, the shit that's in between that light. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And
because
it's
it could
projecting.
easily just be some type of.
See, my theory is that the moon is like, yeah, it's like I say, it's the light from the sun, but it's shining through the waters of the earth, and like the continents and the land masses and all that shit is like the spots that we see.
So then you,
That's what I think.
if that's what you think, then you don't believe that we ever like went to the moon or anything. Like but right?
I don't know. I think they went there and it probably wasn't what they thought it was gonna be. That's
It
what they
wasn't
had.
shit.
That's why
It
they had.
wasn't
To,
shit there.
that's why they had to make up some shit with them bullshit recordings and
That's
shit.
some bullshit.
with that-
I hate
that they
even
did
talking
up
about
in
that
they-
shit, but that's the
they-
most bullshit.
that they
People don't
recorded
even.
up
That's
in
the
they
most
facilities.
bullshit recording. They still playing that shit in 2019.
Yeah.
Like I think a couple weeks ago.
It's like people don't admit it to that shit.
Yeah, I think like, a couple weeks ago.
That shit wasn't real.
I think a couple weeks ago it was like the annual like the
moon landing,
moon landing or whatever, yearly thing, whatever.
Yeah.
From the time that it happened like a long time ago, and they keep showing the fucking recordings on TV, bro. That shit look, bro. Stop showing that shit, bro.
Yeah, the jig is up, man.
Bro, that shit. These niggas are playing in space.
Right, and he skip it. He skip it like a motherfucker across.
Robin, you here? Imagine you go to space. That's the first time somebody's man has ever landed on the moon. Are you going to be playing around and just jumping up in the air and shit?
I ain't gonna lie, I would.
But maybe because of the
it just that is a serious
to like be without gravity.
But that's a serious ass mission, bro.
Man, nah,
these
bro.
are like military style type of people.
Lie.
These are military style people. Very structured. Like you come to the moon to get some shit done.
Them niggas not that serious. They astronauts, bro.
No, but a lot of astronaut people come from like a military background, though. I think.
I don't know.
A lot of times, I believe.
I don't know.
Cause that's some so-called high class.
Who was that in that video? Neil Armstrong?
Yeah, go look up where he come from. Probably, I guarantee he come back.
He don't strike me as no serious ass nigga. Yeah, he would have got up on that bitch. I would have. That's how I know. Niggas not finna, bro. You on the moon, bro? Come on, that's some groundbreaking shit. You supposed to be allegedly the first humans on the moon. Yeah, you finna be excited. You happy and all that.
But if space is like what they really tell us about, like how they have no clue about what the fuck is going on out there or anything, bro, you should be on your P's and Q's, bro. You fucking playing? Niggas go to the hood and be on their P's and Q's. So you just gonna go to some you gonna go to space and just all of a sudden just freely just no, bro.
I'm here, nigga. Hell yeah.
That shit weird. Like y'all niggas, these niggas is playing.
Hey, we humans, bro. You know we don't take shit serious.
That's the problem. We really do. We take the most unnecessary shit serious. The shit we should take serious, we don't.
Yeah.
Like, but you know how we are. Though. That's us as a whole.
Hold on, finish that shit off though, cause I know we finna move on to something else though.
But
as far as stars and shit, yeah, that's like balls of gas and plasma and shit. But what I was saying was, what a lot of people believe is that we was once, like I said, we was once a lot closer to the planet Saturn, and that was actually our first star. Like that was the star, that was the celestial body that we was getting light from, and it was a lot dimmer than the sun. It wasn't as bright as the sun. It was like kind of like a brown. That's back when it was a brown dwarf. Like you know how you got like certain stars that'll be like brown dwarfs, red dwarfs.
I remember that.
Red supergiants.
See, I remember that in school.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shit like that. It was a brown dwarf at the time, so it was a lot dimmer, and it was kind of like it was down there like a purplish type of color. You know what I'm saying? If you look on YouTube, you can find videos like called the Purple Dawn, shit like that. It'll talk about it, but basically it was like that was like the main celestial body that we was like, you know what I'm saying, in congruence with. I don't even know if that's a word, but I keep using this word. But that's what I'm using right now.
Is that congruence a word?
Yeah, we got Robert did
it gotta be a word. That sounds good.
But yeah, it was that, and in between it was Venus and Mars. Those were the other two planets. That's kind of what our solar system consisted of at the time, basically. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, and they would form like certain alignments to where, you know what I'm saying, they'll give out certain images and shapes and shit based off of the alignments, how this would be lined up with this. Like, I can't really explain it. Y'all would have to, you know what I'm saying, actually, you know what I'm saying, look off into it, see what I'm talking about. But I feel like, I was talking about that because I feel like that's kind of how they got the characteristics of the planets. Like, basically, when these planets would be doing certain shit, I feel like certain shit would play out on Earth. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's where they kind of got that from.
When you got war going on, then you got...
You know what I'm saying? It was probably Mars.
Shit, we always at war, though, so...
Mars probably gave out, like, an aggressive type of energy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was like the little bro, you know what I'm saying, where you got Venus.
We must be in a south era then or some shit. Whatever little planet connecting with us, it must be some soft shit.
Yeah, because we got this bright ass sun and it's got the light skin star.
Some soft ass shit going on out here, bro.
The light skin star is our main star.
What the hell just happened?
See, it don't like me doing that. I'm sorry. I ain't got nothing against you. Shit. I'm just saying.
It's good.
It don't like that.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to downplay you.
I'm telling you.
But
that shit is crazy.
But yeah, man. So that's what I was saying. It's like, okay, Saturn is like the main. It's like the main father in Greek mythology. Which his parents was Uranus and Gaia. You know what I'm saying? Which the story is that Saturn Saturn was the first planet in our solar system. It's basically how it's explained. Because in Greek mythology, they'll tell you like Cronus is the father. Is Father Time. Cronus is Father Time. The guy with the scythe. You know what I'm saying? You ever seen like the image of the old white dude with the scythe?
What's the scythe?
Like the thing that the Grim Reaper hold, the thing with the shit that you cut grass with and shit like that. And that's what he is. He's the god of harvest, the god of the harvest, because things grow over time.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the harvest. But and plus he was the one that all the rest of the children came from. But in Greek mythology, the story goes Cronus was he came from Uranus, right? Uranus was his father. He basically overthrew his father. See, the thing is, like I say, just how I ain't gonna go that far yet. I'm gonna go off into that later. But basically, what had happened was,
I think I know where you're gonna go to.
Basically, what had happened was, he had it's like he cut his way out of Uranus. He castrated his father. Is basically how they put it.
That sounds
He castrated his father, and it's like the way I look at it, he fell out of his nutsack type shit. I feel like he cut his way outside of the upper realms type shit and came down into this realm.
Yeah.
See, Saturn is also represented as El. That's also what they call him. You ever heard of the god El in ancient, ancient texts and whatever, what they would call El, the god El, or you ever heard of Elohim?
I've heard. I think I have.
Or you probably heard of, like, you probably heard of it, but like, he's regarded as El, and you gotta think that's what El is. It's that 7, and Saturn. I believe Saturn is the 7th planet, if I'm not mistaken. If you take the sun and moon into account, because you go sun,
I believe it is.
Sun, moon, Mercury, Venus. They don't count Earth, so it go Mars. Hold on, how am I counting this? It go sun, moon, Mercury, Venus. Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. So type shit. Yeah. So you got Saturn is like L7 type shit. So, and you gotta look at a L or look at a 7. It's kind of like the way it was. Like I say, he cut his way down and landing into this realm of reality. So you gotta think a 7 is like an angle. A L is an angle. You know what I'm saying? So you got this flat plane where it was once, and then he cut his way down and fell into this realm of reality, where he started time here, which is, kind of like, he's like, that's why he's regarded as Father Time, because he's the one who like brought that whole shit into like existence. Like, time wasn't a thing before him.
Because I've been thinking about this, I'm actually glad you brought that up though, because I've been thinking about this, like, as far as like humans and what we are, where we come from, like, because sometimes I do be wondering, like, are we like we obviously, I believe we're part of something way greater than what we think it is, or like some type of super advanced human beings, like whether these motherfuckers are giants or like some type of, I don't know, added, like if they came and saw us, we wouldn't even understand it or whatever. Yeah. And so, like the way, like how Greek mythology explains it, I feel like it kind of breaks it down into like explaining how we are and how we're created, basically in a godly form. Like, these are gods, basically. Like, that's why.
And all of the ancient texts explain it this way. Yeah, even if you go,
I've seen a lot of them.
Yeah.
It's always these different. Yeah, even if it's like different, it could be from different countries, different cultures and stuff.
Whether we're talking about
Kemet, still connect.
Sumeria, I'm pretty sure whatever the Hinduistic, the Hindu story of creation is, it usually it aligns in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? We came from something. Or as far as, I mean, I'm not. But see, I'm competitive though, so
I'm competitive as fuck. So I be like, bro, how the fuck these niggas become the greats to create us? Then, if that's the case, like, how can I be that?
Right. See, we
like, nigga, I want to be the one who.
See, like, that's the thing. You make your way off into that.
Yeah, like,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean,
we started as cells, bro, and now we whole as humans.
Yeah, exactly.
So same way that go.
How people pass away and they transition into a different lifetime, and then you just keep going through the entire cycle. Right. That's what I was talking about.
You take a bigger body. That's all it is, bro. Yeah. You just take bigger bodies. We gonna be stars soon, bro.
Nigga, I want my shit popping though. If you can have, all right, bet. Let's do a scenario.
I told you. We remember when I always say, I tell you this all the time, bro. Earth is just a big ass training ground, bro. This is just practice.
I believe so. I really believe.
So it's like just how people.
I feel like This might be like Grant level 1 type shit.
It's like same way
It
people
might be level 1.
same way people be stars down here. It's just practice. It's getting yourself ready to be a bigger body.
I need to be
you
a
know
star.
what I'm saying? With more people
That's
paying
why everybody want to be a star. Why everybody want to be famous.
You know what I'm saying? With more people paying attention to you, you probably got more
You
people to
shining.
take care of. You got planets surrounding you type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like you a foundation now. You know what I'm saying?
see.
Yeah.